I have communicated with thousands of animals, hundreds of different species. And one thing that really sticks out is that there's a difference between animals who live with us and animals who do not. A lot of people call them wild animals. I dislike this word because it for so many people it seems like something dangerous. But the big difference here is that animals who live with us, they have the feeling of embarrassment. They feel embarrassed. Animals who do not live with us, they don't know that feeling. I've never come across an animal that is not domesticated that feels embarrassment. So this is really, really important to know. So please never make fun of an animal. Like you see an animal, maybe that comes from let's say a dog that comes from the groomer and the haircut looks funny. Don't laugh at the animal. It really, really hurts their feelings. There's one story actually. One of my dog companions, she had hip dysplasia. And so for her, she had 3 different hip surgeries. And sometimes it was really hard for her to walk. So she wanted to go out, but then she didn't want to go far because she was worried she couldn't get home, and so on and so on. And she was around 75 pounds. She was a husky, hound, shepherd, and lab cross. And so I went out, and that was way, way before the pet carriers, were official. So I went out and I found her a wagon, one of those wagons you can pull behind you. And it took me forever because I wanted one with inflatable tires because I wanted to make it really nice and soft for her, and not that every bump she would be, she would be be thrown up and down. So I finally found one. I had to drive, I don't know how far. It was in the next city. So I got that for her. And I put 4 inches of foam in it. So it was nice and soft for her. And I told her about it, and I said to her, so we can go for walks, and when you get tired, you can get in. And she was so excited. So I put it all together, and then in the evening, at that point, I had 2 dog companions. So I took them both for a walk, and I took that wagon with me. And Hira was so excited. That's the name of my dog companion. She was so excited. So she walked, and then we tried it out. I put her in, and she was so happy. She was so happy, right? She had this wagon. She could get in when she was tired. And so she was all happy. She was wagging her tail. And then we met some people who were also walking, and they were making a comment like, why would you have a dog in a wagon? Like, that's weird. And here I was a little bit hurt, and I was too. I never expected anybody to have such a negative reaction. So, okay, fine, one person. So the next day, during the day, we took it out again, and here I was in there. And you know what? She actually walked further when I had that wagon because it gave her the security that if she got tired or if her hips weren't feeling well, she could go in that wagon. So it was wonderful. So anyway, the second day, some people too, they were making funny remarks, and actually one said, if a dog can't walk, you should put him down. Horrible. So here I was really very uncomfortable. And the third day, somebody was laughing and making fun of her when they saw, look at that dog, and and really, really not very nice. So anyway, here I was so embarrassed that from that moment on, she never went back into that wagon. She never went back into that wagon. She refused to get into that wagon. And it was a lifesaver for her. And like I said, it took me forever to find it. So what I did is I gave it away, and I found what you call it? You can put it behind your bike, and it was actually for 2 children. So it was a trailer for a bike. And the nice thing is it was totally covered. So what I did is I put foam in there, made it really nice for Hira, and so she could in and people didn't see her. So that made her to go back in because she was really covered, so people couldn't see her and couldn't make fun of her. So that saved it. But like I said, okay, now more and more people using, pet carriers and stuff, and so it's more common. But what it shows you, that she was so embarrassed, even though she was so happy to have it. It helped her so much to have more freedom. She didn't want to go in because she was so embarrassed because people were laughing at her. So please, I mean, same thing. How do you feel if somebody makes fun of you? I mean, if you have a bad day and somebody says, "Oh gosh, look at your hair," it's probably the worst thing, and you want to, you want to dissolve into nothing, kind of thing, right? So please, animals have feelings too. So let's make sure that we really know animals have feelings and we take those feelings in consideration. Please share that. I would so appreciate it. And I know animals will too. Thanks so much for watching. And please tell your animal companions how special they are. Thank you. Bye.